All right, it's the long-awaited response video to the article 16 Things to Know Before Dating an INFJ. This is a timely response. The article is 3.5 years old, but better late than never, huh? So 16 Things to Know Before Dating an INFJ, written by Cody Nealis. I think she gets pretty much everything right. There are a few things I disagree with, and I'm going to point that out. All right, let's go through point by point. All right, number one, if you're looking for a temporary romance with them, they likely won't even bother. Them being INFJs. This is, by and large, true. I think this is because with introverted intuition, we are more geared towards things that are deep and meaningful. That extends to relationships with other people. And I don't think it's outside of the realm of possibility that an INFJ might decide, yeah, I just want a casual relationship. But I think by and large, an INFJ isn't going to be out there just looking for a bunch of hookups. Everyone's capable of everything, though. Let's not say that an INFJ would never do X, Y, Z. Hey, if anyone ever says a certain type would never do something, don't believe that person. Number two, they sometimes forget to take care of themselves. That's because INFJs have extroverted feeling, and it makes us like big self-sacrificing martyrs, and we put everyone else's needs above our own until we crash and burn. And she actually points this out, that we'll be sweet and selfless until we've overextended ourselves, until we're exhausted and need to shut everyone else out, which was the basic premise of my video, INFJs Are Cold. Number three, they'll always be thinking of the next fun date. Yeah, we'll always be thinking about it, but then we'll drive ourselves crazy being like, oh my gosh, this isn't good enough. This other person has such high standards now, and I need to outdo the last date I did. And you're going to get in that perfectionist paralysis where you want to make sure that the date is really good and really meaningful. And sometimes it's just hard for an INFJ to say, yeah, we're going to go to a movie in a restaurant. Sorry, that's cliche. But we're such creative people and stuff. We hold ourselves to a high standard. We don't want to just do the same old thing. So yeah, an INFJ, we're thinking about the next fun date. Will we ever get around to planning it? Will we ever implement it? Will you ever actually get to go out on another date with us? I don't know, because we'll probably just, keep planning it. Then we'll be disappointed afterwards because it didn't live up to our expectations. So it's a real treat dating an INFJ. Number four, someone who puts a lot of emphasis on labels, designers, or money is immediately off-putting. This is one that I have to disagree on at least a little bit. So yeah, on the one hand, INFJs don't like shallow people. So if all you care about is money, designer, brand names, then yeah, we're not going to really take to you very quickly. But here is the other part of it, is that INFJs do actually put some value on things like looking good, looking put together, and they also do value, to a degree, brand names, designer things, nice, like high-end things. Because extroverted sensing is our inferior function, what that means is that we kind of idealize it. We often think of ourselves in the future as being surrounded by really nice things. This is an idea I picked up from, I think, personalityjunkie.com. We also tend to be very perfectionistic when it comes to extroverted sensing, meaning that when given the choice of buying something, we might go for the higher end thing, the more expensive thing, because we want the best. Number five, INFJs can be loyal to a fault, but this doesn't mean it's an opportunity to take advantage of them, jerk. Yeah, we're very loyal, but it can go the other way, where like in that INFJ brutality video / INFJ door slam, we're loyal to you and give you too many chances, and then one day we're just gone. You're dead to us. Number six, INFJs can be very strange people. That's very true. Just take a look at the comments section and everyone's saying how strange they think they are compared to everyone else. The other thing, though, is we are good at hiding it, I think. Once you've developed your extroverted feeling enough, you're good at pretending to be normal. So either you're going to be confronted with the weirdness right off the bat when you're dating an INFJ, or they're going to hide it for a while and then the weirdness will come out of nowhere suddenly. Number 7. Oh, this is a good one. They'll always be able to pick up when you're lying or being deceptive. Yes, I wish I had put this in my video, Why INFJs Leave Relationships, because this is a big reason why. We pick up on lies very easily. We have a very sensitive BS detector. This is because of introverted intuition. So that function is all about seeing patterns and picking up on all these details and seeing how they fit together. So we pay attention to everything that you've said. And if all of a sudden things start to not make sense with all these different things you've said, there's some kind of disharmony somewhere, we will realize, oh, that's because there's a lie in there somewhere. Something isn't lining up with the rest of the pattern that you've established. We're also good at reading people. We can read your face. We can tell what words you're choosing and what words you're dancing around to get around an issue. And so an INFJ is going to be the kind of person who's like, hey, what are you trying to do? Why are you lying to me, man? Don't lie to me, dude. Come on. That's how I talk to girls I'm dating. Dude, don't lie to me. Dog. Come on, dog. Number 8, INFJs love helping people, especially the person they're dating. Aw, isn't that special? That's true. That's extroverted feeling. We'll martyr ourselves for you and then wonder why you don't give the same treatment back to us. Number 9, sometimes it can be hard for them to open up. It really depends on the person, because the INFJ has something that's like the inverse of the door slam, where it's the door fling wide open to a stranger, where we'll just be totally open with people that we barely know and develop, strong emotional connections. Then, in my experience at least, as a relationship progresses, you become more and more of a shell of yourself until the other person is left wondering, hey, where'd that person go? I think it's more likely that it will be hard for an INFJ to open up after you've been dating for a while. That's just my experience. Maybe I am just a commitment phobe who becomes distant as a way of protecting myself. I don't know. Number 10, they typically don't enjoy PDA, which is public displays of affection. I know I don't. Anything more than hand-holding freaks me out. Maybe this is like just a hyper-aware extroverted feeling where we don't like to rock the boat at all or do anything that might be perceived socially as impolite, maybe, or making other people uncomfortable. We don't want to disrupt other people. I think that's where it comes from. Number 11, don't ever, never pressure them to make more friends or socialize more. Okay, so I think you shouldn't pressure anyone to do anything, really. You shouldn't pressure anyone to make more friends or socialize more. However, I think sometimes introverts, well, anyone really, might need a little kick in the butt to go out there and make some more friends. Because, it could be like, hey, buddy, you've been sitting inside for the past 3 days playing City Skylines. Maybe it's time you go out and make a friend or two. Because believe it or not, whether you want to accept this, you need friends. I need friends. We all need friends. There's no getting around it. If your partner sees that you are like really going into hermit mode, I think that it's good to get a little bit of gentle encouragement, a gentle kick in the butt to get out there and make a friend or two. I think it's okay. Number 12, they're extremely future-oriented. I said that weird. They're extremely future-oriented, especially in relationships. So basically, on our first date, we're going to project 30 years into the future. This is because of introverted intuition. We see all these patterns and stuff, and it's actually probably not going to be the most helpful thing in a relationship, because we're trying to extrapolate all these things that are happening in the present moment out way far into the future to see, well, if we get along in these ways and don't get along in these ways, how is this going to project into our future together in the year 2525, if man is still alive? That's an exaggeration, of course, but we do project way too far into the future for our own good, I think. Number 13, INFJs can be easily affected by the energy around them, including yours. We have extroverted feeling. We absorb other people's emotions. This is why, for a INFJ, you need to find someone who is kind of like even keel, I think. If an INFJ is with someone who's like down all the time, it's going to be very hard for the INFJ to pull that person out of it, because it's like a drowning person pulling you down with them. And we just can't help it. It's because we're going to feel what you feel because we're so empathetic. Number 14, they will rarely initiate anything. I kind of disagree with this. I think, yeah, we're introverts, so we're not out there. I mean, like, I've talked in my videos how, I fall in love with the photographer at a wedding and then I don't even say hello to her. So yeah, I'm not going to initiate there. But if I get to know someone, I have no problem asking them out. I mean, she goes into detail, Cody does, saying asking for a number, making plans for a first date, these are things that will have to be done by you. And INFJ takes careful note of who shows interest and whether the energy they put into someone else is reciprocated or not. I think it's different for everyone, but if anything, INFJs have the potential to be the most extroverted introvert, and so I've got to disagree with this. Like, maybe your default as an INFJ is to not initiate anything. I prefer not to initiate things, but would I call it rare? Yeah, I guess I would call it rare. Oh, maybe she's right. But she makes it seem like we're going to be, a nun or a monk if someone else doesn't ask us out, which is untrue. I don't have no problem asking someone out. If when the rubber meets the road, I can do it. Did I use that saying correctly? I don't think I did. Number 15, if it seems like they're off in another world, it's probably because they are. Yeah, because we got introverted intuition, man. We got these crazy good imaginations that are better than the real world, which is probably why you'll end up leaving us, because we're off in our own world all the time. At number 16, they'll always be down to listen to what you have to say. Yeah, we will. It's not just kind of like a fake listening. We'll really listen to you. We'll really dig in deep and want to hear what you have to say, because we want to get to know other people deeply, and we want to just understand everything about you. So we'll listen. Don't take that for granted, man. Okay, so that was the article, 16 Things to Know Before Dating an INFJ. You can read the whole thing on thoughtcatalog.com. I'll put the link in the description below. Please let me know in the comments what you thought, if there was anything that you disagreed with in the article that I didn't point out, or if you disagreed with anything I said. Let me know if you thought there was something else in the article that should have been there that wasn't. Alright, and you know what to do. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet and jumped on the Frank James train, do it now. Do it now, and thanks again to all you new subscribers. I'll see you again real soon. Until then, stay cool.